What is up, YouTube? This is Jeremy from Team Bio, and today, guys, we have an Inferknoble Knight deck profile for you guys. This is a deck that I've been testing with a lot lately, online with friends, whatever. As soon as Rise of the Duels dropped, I built this deck right away. I thought it was gonna be the coolest deck out of there, and I've been really enjoying it until the most recent ban list when Halifax targets got hit, being Jet Synchron and Lion. That really hurt the deck. Not too bad, but it kind of indirectly hurt their synchro plays. Link Cross is still legal, so it's not as bad, but since then I have had to adapt the deck a little bit. I think it works perfectly fine still. The deck's super consistent. Such a powerhouse. Being able to rip 3 cards sometimes out of your opponent's hand is just absolutely absurd. But yes, so let me just hop into the deck profile for you guys. I do have a 1-card combo tutorial. If the video is not too long, I will try to go over that, but I'm going to explain, for those of you who don't know, the card effects of some of these monsters. So, Immortal Fleet and Siegfried, we know what his effect is. You can activate his effect in hand. You can banish 1 equipped spell from your field or graveyard to special summon him. And then when a monster effect is activated while he's on the field, you can send an equipped card, not an equipped spell, so you can send your Inferknobles that are equipped to one of your monsters, or even your Borreload Savage target. You can send it to the graveyard to negate the activation of a monster effect and destroy it. Next to Inferknoble Knight Ogier. I don't know how to pronounce his name, honestly, but when it's normal summoned or special summoned, I believe, you can send 1 Fire Warrior monster or 1 equipped spell from your grave to your, or from your deck to your grave, excuse me. I think it's actually 1 Noble Arms equipped spell or 1 Fire Warrior monster from your deck to your graveyard. And then while it's in your graveyard, you can target 1 of your Fire Warrior monsters, equip it to it, and that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. Next is 3 Inferknoble Knight Oliver. I didn't realize how good this card was until playing with it more and more. Running less than 3 is a mistake. It's an amazing card. You can send 1 Fire Warrior monster from your hand to the graveyard, or 1 equipped spell from your, 1 Fire Warrior monster from your hand or field to the graveyard, or 1 equipped spell from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this monster, which is absolutely insane, and he becomes a level 1. He is a tuner, so he is one of your synchro enablers, usually summon off of a Zold. And then its effect in the graveyard is, while it's in the graveyard, you can target 1 of your Fire Warrior monsters, equip this card to that monster, and it cannot be targeted by card effects. Next is 3 Vernod. This is the deck it's meant to be in. We all know its effect. If you control a Fire Warrior monster, you just special summon him onto the field, and then you can add an equip spell from your grave to your hand, or you're banished. A Fire Warrior monster or an equipped spell that's banished or in your grave to your hand. And if you special him by his way of having a Fire Warrior monster on the field, he becomes a level 1 tuner. Next, 1 Inferknoble Knight Astolfo. This card is really good. It's kind of underrated, but all it is just banish 1 Fire Warrior monster from your graveyard, special summon it. And then you can also banish this card from your graveyard and special summon it 2 standby phases later, and 1 Fire Warrior monster that's in your graveyard or banished, I believe. But yeah, she's just a really good extender. Not mandatory, but I've really enjoyed playing her. That is it for the Inferknoble engine. Next, we're going to be playing the best enabler in the Warrior package is 3 Neospace Connector with 1 Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. This card is actually part of the 1-card combo to end on, let's see, I think it's 3 negations, 2 cards ripped out of their hand, and you'll have 6 cards in your hand during the end phase. This card is absolutely insane. Being able to go 1 card is old. Next, 3 Fireflint Lady. I choose this over something like, what's his name? Red Layer, because this can also help pop out one of your, well, I'll go over its effect first. Is if you control a Fire Warrior monster, or a Warrior monster I should say, you can special summon this card from your hand. But it does help enable, like, if you normal summon it, you can tribute it off to special, like, if you're afraid of getting ashed or impermed, I mean, not ashed, you can special summon your Inferknoble Knight Ogier from your hand. It's I think the best extender over Red Layer, because it won't be dead past turn 0, and if you draw it for turn, it's not, or draw it off of any of your draws, it's not as bad. Next, 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Cult Wing. This card is absolutely absurd. This is your new Auroradon target. When it's special summoned, if you control another Mecha Phantom Beast monster, you special summon 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. They're going to be level 3, and this card gains levels equal to the number of Mecha Phantom Beast tokens or Mecha Phantom Beast monsters you control. So I've gotten it up to level 13. It's really easy. Obviously you don't synchro at level 13, but he's really good and mandatory in this specific combo. Next, our one Halify Rex target is one Violence Sphere. So some people might think this is a little bit weird. Some people think it's like about time that someone's playing it. Some people are like, oh wow, you're just now getting to it. I really enjoy this card. So this is also part of the one card combo too, obviously since a Halk target, to be able to basically recycle all of your equipped spells and get the maximum use out of all of them. When it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to equip it to one of your monsters, and then while this card is equipped to a monster, you can send it to the graveyard to target one of your equipped spells that's in the graveyard and equip that card to a monster instead. So I'll show you the combo tutorial later. And then one is like more of a tech card, I guess, is one Seravis, the Ancient and Ascended. You do not have to play this. This is my 40th card, so you could play something like Upstart Goblin instead, or One Called by the Grave, whatever you prefer, or Hand Trap or whatever. The reason I play this is kind of for the Dogmatica matchup. If they try to rip 2 cards out of my extra deck, what I usually do is I'll send like Herald the Arclight and Omega, and then I'll say Herald's effect. They're like, haha, yeah, funny. I'm like, no, bro, I'm activating Herald of the Arclight's effect when it's sent to the graveyard. And you just get a free search for Seravis. It's also really good if you shotgun the negation of a Herald, then you can search this. This guy's pretty much a little hand trap. He says anytime one of your monsters would be targeted by a card effect, you can discard it, negate the activation. It's really good. It just protects from targeting. So that is it for the main deck. Again, Seravis, completely optional. I've just been enjoying it. For the spells, one Rhoda, it's broken. That's why it's at 1. Not broken, I guess. It's 1 for 1. Heritage of the Chalice is really good. You can add one Noble Knight monster or one Noble Arms card from your deck to the graveyard. So being able to search literally just every card in your deck except for Immortal Phoenix, every monster in your deck except for Immortal Phoenix, Gearfried, Violence Sphere, let's see, Neospace Connector, Seravis. Like, being able to search all your Infernobles and their equipped spells is absolutely broken. Next is kind of a tech card, is 3 Dark Ruler No More. You might have noticed when the monster lineup, I did not play any hand traps. My logic behind this is because drawing Ash Blossom for the 6th card of your turn is significantly worse than drawing Dark Ruler No More. Yes, having the Ash Blossom is going to stop like the mirror match. It's going to stop like, what is its name? Neospace Connector from popping off. But if you draw this for your 6th card, it's just amazing because you can negate their board. You can clear the board super easily with Infernobles, either access code or gear freeing their entire field. It's amazing. So I prefer Dark Ruler over hand traps in this specific meta. Next, one Monster Reborn, just good extender. Call by the Grave is at 1, so triple Tactics Talent is now at 3. This is really good. The only downside is it doesn't hit something like Impermanence. So if you get Imperm, you can't really activate this, but Gamma's really big in the meta right now, so people are still playing hand traps. Going second, this is also still really good, so I play it. Next, equip spells, 1 Divide Sword Phoenix Blade. I'm really happy I got the Champion Pack rare. This is really hype. 1 Smoke Grenade of the Thief. We all know this. We do this for the loops, taking out cards from our opponent's hand. 1 Living Fossil. You do need this for the, or you will resolve this for the 1 card combo. You'll actually either add all of these cards to your hand except for Phoenix Blade, or activate them with the 1 card combo. 1 Infernoble Arms Durandal. This is just a searcher for any level 5 or lower Fire Warrior monster. And then this is my last tech card, is 1 Infernoble Joycey. So this card reads that you can target one, or you can equip this to a monster, then you can target 1 Fire Warrior monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and then destroy this card. Or if this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster left the field, or is sent to the graveyard, excuse me, you can search summon 1 Fire Warrior monster from your hand. That effect doesn't come up too often. This is just more like being able to recycle cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that is it for the main deck, 40 cards. Going off into the extra deck, obviously we are playing 1 Infernoble Knight, Emperor Charles. He's like your boss monster, being able to rip cards out of your hand. 1 Cyframe Lord Omega. This is just recycling your graveyard, or if your hand is nutty enough to set him up, I guess you can Omega and Borreload Savage, taking multiple cards out of their hand. But like, yeah, Borreload Savage, really good negation. This is another tech card, is 1 FA Dawn Dragster. It might seem kind of weird to play this because like you're like, how do you synchro summon effectively? I'll show you in the combo later. Next, one Coral Dragon. This is used for drawing cards and going second. This card is actually absurd because you can just pitch cards to pop their field, clear the field, and then it replaces itself because when it's sent to the from the field to the graveyard, when it was synchro summoned, you get draw cards, so it just replaces itself. One Inferknoble Knight, Captain Roland. You do need him for the end phase search in certain combos. In this combo, you do not. One Herald of the Arc Light, really good generic negation. One Metal Marcher, I can't even pronounce it honestly. And then one Formula Synchron. You do have to play Formula Synchron in this version if you're playing the Vylon Sphere, and I will show you guys why. And it's just a free draw. Like, why would you not play it? That's it for the synchros. For links, 2 is old. You have to play 2. No need to play 3. You must play at least 2, pretty much. If one of them gets ashed or impermed, if you have an extender, you can just throw it on the field and continue. If they ash or imperm the first effect anyways. One Link Cross, one Hulk, and one Auroradon. We know this is like a staple package in any synchro-based deck. And then finally, one Access Code Talker. So we're about 11 minutes in, almost 12 minutes in, and I am going to just try to quickly do the combo tutorial for you guys. So let me get the cards set up, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so we are back, and here is the 1-card combo for it's like 3 negations, 2 cards ripped out of your opponent's hands, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. For the 1-card combo tutorial, obviously it's going to be Neospace Connector, and we will just have 4 random cards in our hand. We'll just put these to the side just so you guys can see how powerful this combo is. So we'll just hop into it. So obviously first we're going to normal summon Neospace Connector, activate its effect, special summon Aqua Dolphin. We're playing Ideal Yu-Gi-Oh! So our opponent doesn't have hand traps, so there's no real point activating Aqua Dolphin effect. We could just discard a card, look at their hand, see what they got, play around it. But there's no hand traps hypothetically here. Next, we're going to link those 2 off into our Isolde, 2 Tails of the Noble Knight, activate her effect. She's going to give us a search. We're going to search for, in this case, Fireflint Lady. You don't need to search her, but you need a Fire Warrior monster to search pretty much. Next, you're going to use her effect saying 4 equipped spells, and you have to send these 4 specifically. Your Living Fossil, your Smoke Grenade, your Joycey, and your Durendal. The reason why we're sending Smoke Grenade right now is because we're not going to be able to set up Renaud, unfortunately, in this 1-card combo. But realistically, you're going to be able to summon Renaud in any other version. So you'll send your 4 equipped spells, and you're going to summon your Oliver. Next, you'll link off your Isolde into Link Cross. We'll get 2 tokens. I have dice. The dice are just going to represent level 1 tokens. And then we'll link the Oliver and the Link Cross off into Halifibrex. Halifibrex effect is going to activate, and we're going to summon our Vylon Sphere. So this is where the combo gets crazy. We're going to synchro the Vylon Sphere and the level 1 token into our Formula Synchron. This is where there's some really cool interactions happen. Is Chainlink 1, we're going to go Formula Synchron effect to draw a card. Chainlink 2, Vylon Sphere, we're going to pay 500 life points to activate its effect to equip itself to, let's just say, Halifibrex. So to equip itself to Halifibrex, we lost 500 and we get a draw card. So our hand is over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in our hand right now. Next, we'll activate Vylon Sphere's effect. We'll send it to the graveyard. And instead, we're going to equip it with a Joycey. And then next, we'll activate Joycey's effect, targeting our Inferknoble Knight Oliver, add it to our hand, and then destroy Joycey. Next, we're going to sink 3 into our Martial Metal Marcher, activate its effect. We're not going to target Formula Synchron, we're actually going to target our Vylon Sphere yet again, because the Vylon Sphere is not once per turn. Next, we'll link Hulk and Vylon Sphere into Auroradon. Chainlink 1 Auroradon, Chainlink 2 a Vylon Sphere. We'll pay 500 more life points, equip it to the Auroradon. And then Auroradon will summon 3 tokens. These are Trickstar monsters. I hate Trickstars for those of you who don't know. So this was actually a birthday gift from my good friend Austin years ago. He gave me 2 Trickstar Lycrises. I ripped them in half and made them Trickstar tokens. It works out because they're level 3. Anyways, we're going to activate Vylon Sphere's effect again. Send it to the graveyard to activate Inferknoble Arms Durendal from our graveyard and equip it to Auroradon. Then we'll activate Durendal's effect, send it to the graveyard, which will let us add our Inferknoble Knight Renaud. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in our hand off of one monster. Next, we'll sink the token and Martial Metal Marcher. Where is my extra deck? Into Coral Dragon. We'll summon Coral Dragon way over here. It doesn't really matter too much where you summon him. I just like summoning him off to the side. Next, we'll activate Auroradon's effect, tribute itself and the token to summon Mecha Phantom Beast Colt Wing right over here. Next, we'll activate Colt Wing's effect since we do have another Mecha Phantom Beast monster. We'll summon 2 tokens. Colt Wing gains 9 levels, so he's at level 13. That doesn't matter though. Next, we'll synchro Coral Dragon and the token into our level 9 Charles. Coral Dragon's effect is going to trigger, giving us yet another draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. Unfortunately, we are going to be using quite a few of these cards in our hand. So let me put these to the top. Next, since we do control a Fire Warrior monster, we are going to activate Renaud's effect, special summoning himself, and then we'll use his effect when he's special summoned by his own effect to add Living Fossil from our grave to our hand. Next, we'll synchro one of the tokens and Renaud, since he is treated as a tuner now, into our Herald of the Arc Light. Now, Mecha Phantom Beast Colt Wing is a level 7 because the only Mecha Phantom Beasts on the field are him and the level 3 token. So we're going to activate Oliver's effect. We're going to send Fireflint Lady, because she is a Fire War monster as cost, to special summon him. He's treated as a level 1 tuner, or he's already a tuner, but he's treated as a level 1. So here we synchro 8 because Colt Wing is a level 7 into Savage. Savage effect is going to activate, and we'll equip him with Auroradon. Now, since we have this dead Living Fossil in the grave, or our hand, we'll activate it, target Oliver, special him. His effects are negated, but he is still a level 4 synchro, or level 4 tuner. Synchro him off into our final negation, being F.A. Dawn Dragster. And that is the combo. We still have 6 cards in the hand. During the end phase, we are going to resolve Charles' effect. We're going to equip him with our Smoke Grenade of the Thief, and it doesn't really matter too much what else we search or equip him with, so we'll equip him with like an Ogier, so he can't be destroyed by card effects. If they activate something like Imperm or something, we can just shotgun any of these guys to negate it. I like to hold on to Herald as long as possible, but it just depends on the matchup. But anyways, during the end phase then, Charles will activating or popping Smoke Grenade, activating Smoke Grenade, looking at your opponent's hand again and ripping one more card out of them. If we're playing against a monster heavy deck, we can just discard the monster, and that monster will actually be banished because of the effect of Herald of the Arclight. And then you guys, we still have 6 unknown cards in our hand. So that is it for the 1-card combo tutorial. Please let me know what you guys think about this deck profile. Please test it out before you try to judge it. I know it might seem a little bit unorthodox, but throughout testing, I've played multiple online locals with my friends, testing, and it's worked perfectly fine for me. Let me know what you guys think about the deck profile in the comments below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the channel with your friends, spread some Yu-Gi-Oh love, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later.
Wreckognize when I wreck a mic, leaving all y'all mesmerized. Killing instrumentals, but nobody wanna testify. In his prime, I think someone better check the guy. Always spitting heat, the beat gon' be hard to identify. Stress minds and wreck mics and leave with the best lines. My sex life is great cause I spit like a Tech 9. Stall competition, beat them with the lead pipe. Sleep on you rappers just like it's my bedtime. You already know that old big pearl from the west side. Got you hoes smoking on my flow like a meth pipe. Forever cold, I'll eat your soul like a death site. Headed to the top, shining brighter than a headlight. You better recognize, I'm about to go off, putting on a show and I ain't even trying to show off. Here's the red dot, the shot, and kill Rudolph. Call me James Bond, cause I killed it with a suit on.